This is a short preview of one of my current musical projects, which is the Suite in B minor by Jean-Nicolas Geoffroy. In this video, I will be performing the Chaconne, which is the last movement of the suite. As always, I will have more to say about this movement when I post the video of the complete suite. For now, I briefly wanted to highlight a couple of features this Chaconne shares with other Chaconnes by Geoffroy. First of all, it is in rondo form. That is, we have a refrain alternating with contrasting sections we usually refer to as couplets. This particular Chaconne has 3 couplets. The second feature is the presence of descending bass lines in the couplets. These descending bass lines can be either diatonic or, more frequently, chromatic. While they don't appear as frequently in this particular Chaconne, they're still present in the first and third couplets. The third feature concerns a distinctive texture that Geoffroy usually employs in the last couplet, which is also the case in this particular Chaconne. It's a type of texture that seems to consist exclusively of chordal harmonies and oftentimes also involves the presence of a pedal point, that is, having a sustained tone in the bass while the harmonies in the other parts continue to evolve. To me at least, such sections give the impression of someone improvising, or at least spontaneously exploring different harmonic possibilities. Geoffroy also indulges his preference for chords richer than simple triads, and thus populates these chordal sections with 7th and even 9th chords, something that creates a very jazzy sound. Let me briefly demonstrate. The first thing I wanted to show you is these pedal points. So now we're looking at the third couplet, and in this particular couplet, the pedal point involves the note B, which is going to be in the bass, while the rest of the voices are moving along and creating different harmonies. I'm going to play it a little more slowly, and I'm also going to try to always play the B first so you can hear how it persists throughout these measures. Here it's going to change a little bit. And we end again with this B. So it's always there. The second feature that I wanted to talk about, and I mentioned before, was the presence of descending bass lines. We are going to see this happening right after that section that I just played. So after we finish this one, what's going to happen is that we are slowly going to see the bass line descending chromatically all the way to F sharp. So again, pay attention to what is happening in the bass line. So we've gone all the way down chromatically from B to F sharp. The third feature I mentioned has to do with these richer chords. In other words, not just simple triads, but actually 7th and 9th chords. And what I mean by this And let me use a particular chord that we are going to find in this particular chaconne, is that we can start with a simple triad, which in this case is going to be an E minor triad. If we add an extra third above the fifth, we get what we call a seventh chord, simply because the bottom note and the top note form the interval of a seventh. So you're going to have a lot of those types of chords, but there are going to be instances where we're going to have ninth chords. This involves taking a seventh chord and adding yet another third on top, so that now the interval between the bottom and the top is a ninth, which is a fairly dissonant interval because, of course, if you take the octave away, it's just a half step. So we're going to have this type of chord as well, which I call very jazzy because jazz music is full of seventh and especially ninth chords. So in this particular instance, we're going to get this kind of sonority. In the piece, and of course you will hear this during the performance. As always, thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoy the performance.